Now see the next question, sir. Question number 29. Very beautiful question, but it can be solved very easily if you have understood the previous questions. Now see here. A is given as square root of 3 plus 2 root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2. You are actually asked to find a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8. Now, if I do it in the regular way, not the shortcut method probably, see here, there are two square roots in this question. Students looking at this question itself will think that it's a very difficult question because there are multiple square roots given in the question. But it is not difficult if you actually understand the root cause of the problem. Now see here, sir. First of all, there is an outer square root. Let me mark that particular square root in red color, right? This is the red color square root what I have. If I want to remove that red color square root, I should square both sides. That means if I square both sides, left hand side it becomes a power 2, or in other words a square. Right hand side, this red color square root will be removed. I am not writing it. I am sure that you should also not write it in the examination hall and waste your time. Now, I have left hand side as a square. Right hand side, I only have one square root right now. This outer red color square root will be removed. Now, I have one more square root. Let me mark that particular square root as green color, right? I will mark it as in green color. Now, I have left hand side right now as a power 2. But right hand side I also have one more square root. If I want to remove that green color square root also, then I should square both sides once again. Left hand side is a power 2, and when I square it I will get it as a power 4. Right hand side, the red color square root is already removed long back. The green color square root will be removed right now. That means you will be left only with 3 plus 2 root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2. I hope you are understanding the logic, sir. Right? Within a second or within probably 2 to 3 seconds, you should write this particular equation in your examination without writing a square and a power 4 two times. Right? Now, if I further rationalize it, multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 plus 2 root 2. So numerator becomes 3 plus 2 root 2 into 3 plus 2 root 2. It is 3 plus 2 root 2 whole square. Denominator is 3 minus 2 root 2 into 3 plus 2 root 2. It is 9 minus 8, which is 1. If I again further simplify, this will be 3 square 9. 2 root 2 whole square is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 2ab. 2 into 3 into 2 root 2. It is nothing but 12 root 2. Right? It is nothing but 12 root 2. Now, we finally arrived at a conclusion as of now saying that a power 4 is 17 plus 12 root 2. Now, think little logically, sir. What is that they are asking you in the question? They are asking you a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8. Now, if I know the value of a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 as k, if I know a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 as k, then it is very easy for me to say that a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8, this will be equal to k square minus 2, right? This will be equal to k square minus 2. Sorry, k square minus 2, sir, not k square minus 8 here. This will be equal to k square minus 2. That means, can I say that I need to get a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 value, right? I definitely have to get a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 value. If I get that a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 value, a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8 is not at all a difficult task for me. But as of now, what I have is, I do not have a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4. I only have a power 4 value. Now, how will I find 1 by a power 4? I should reciprocate a power 4 and then I should add it. Instead of doing all these extra additional steps which is not required, in the beginning of my algebra class, I taught you one beautiful corollary saying that if x is equal to square root of a plus square root of b. Don't get confused with this particular a and this particular a. I am just writing the corollary. And square root of a square, square root of b square. If the difference is equal to 1, then I can directly write x plus 1 by x value as 2 into square root of a, where square root of a is bigger number compared to square root of b. Now same logic here also. In place of x you have a power 4. That means in place of x it is a power 4. So here also it becomes a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 is equal to 2 into square root of a. But this 2 into square root of a is valid only if the difference between root a whole square and root b whole square is 1. Check it out. A power 4 value is 17 plus 12 root 2. This 17 is nothing but root a. 12 root 2 is nothing but root b. Root a whole square is 17 square 289 minus root b whole square is 12 root 2 whole square. This will be 144 into 2, 288. Because the difference is becoming equal to 1, I can say that x plus 1 by x is equal to 2 times of root a, or a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 is equal to 2 times of the bigger value is 17. So we know the value of a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 in this question as 17, and we also know that, sorry, not 17 sir, it is 2 times of 17, 34. Whenever a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 value is known to us as 34, it is very simpler. We have solved so many questions in my previous problems. Power is 4 here. 4 is becoming 8. It is becoming 2 times. Whenever the power is doubled, the value will be equal to k square minus 2. So answer for this question is 34 square minus 2, 1156 minus 2. Answer finally for this question is 1154. I hope the idea is very very clear for you people. But having said that, whatever I have solved, it is beautiful, but unfortunately not the best method, because so many things we need to calculate here and then finally arrive at the conclusion. Now instead of doing all these things and wasting our time, we have discussed some beautiful things in our previous problems. In the beginning of algebra topic we have discussed these things. Now what is that we have discussed? X plus 1 by x, if it is equal to k, then x square plus 1 by x square will be, it is k square minus 2. Now if you observe carefully, can I say that the power here is 1, this 1 is becoming 2, right? 1 is becoming 2, that means the power is getting doubled. Answer will be of the form k square minus 2, right? It will be of the form k square minus 2. Similarly, suppose if x square plus 1 by x square, if it is equal to k, then x power 4 plus 1 by x power 4, this will also be of the form k square minus 2. Power is 2 here, 2 is becoming 4, power is getting doubled. Suppose if it is 4 is becoming 8, again the power is getting doubled. That means if x power 4 plus 1 by x power 4, if it is equal to some constant k, then x power 8 plus 1 by x power 8 will be again of the form k square minus 2. That means in simple language, whenever the powers are getting doubled, or whenever the powers are something like 2 power k, right? 1 is nothing but 2 power 0, 2 is nothing but 2 power 1, 4 is nothing but 2 power 2, 8 is nothing but 2 power 3. Next it is x power 16 plus 1 by x power 16. That also will definitely be of the form k square minus 2. X power 32 plus 1 by x power 32. That will also be of the form k square minus 2. That means question directly says that, what is the question they are asking? What is a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8? This power 8 is nothing but 2 power something. It is 2 power 3. So you can directly say from method 2 that answer should definitely be of the form k square minus 2. The only one option which is satisfying, which is of the form k square minus 2 is, it is 1154. 1156 is exactly perfect square. 1152 is k square minus 4. 1158 is k square plus 2. But we are interested in k square minus 2. Answer for this question is 1154. You might get a doubt. What if there is another option which is having k square minus 2 format? That is the reason I have taught you method 1 also. If there are more than one option satisfying, then switch on to method 1. Very, very simple way of understanding. I hope you are understanding how to tackle these questions. Just do not jump to a conclusion always to solve by using method 1. Yes, method 1 is good. I am not saying that method 1 is not good, but at the same time, time consuming is one of the very, very crucial thing in your examination. If you are consuming a lot of time, then you are gone. It's very simple. I am very blunt in saying that statement. If you consume too much of time, you cannot crack the exam. You should have that skill set of saving time in every problem, so that that saved time can be utilized for some other difficult questions. How are you saving time in this question? I am least bothered about finding a power 4, and I am least bothered about finding a power 4 plus 1 by a power 4 and then converting it to a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8. I am very sure that a power 8 plus 1 by a power 8 will definitely be of the form k square minus 2. Go with answer options, mark it. If there are multiple options, switch on to method 1. I hope the idea is very clear for you people, sir. Question number 30. Question number 30. Very, very good question, but we have solved multiple questions of this sort already. But let us see again how to solve it. Question number 30. M is given as root 5 minus root 3 divided by root 5 plus root 3. If you observe n value, it is exactly the reverse of m, right? Reverse of m. So immediately you should understand that product of m and n is equal to 1, or in other language, n is nothing but the reciprocal of m. So this should strike you immediately. And the second thing is, we also know that the sum of number and its reciprocal, or a variable and its reciprocal, m plus n, where n is nothing but 1 by m, the sum of variable and its reciprocal is 2 times of, forget about the square root, write down 5 and 3 as it is. Denominator also forget about the square roots, write down 5 and 3 as it is. Numerator should be plus, denominator should be minus. We have solved several problems of this sort already. So m plus 1 by m will be equal to 5 into 5 minus 3 is 2. This 2 will cancel with the numerator 2. 5 plus 3 is 8. That means because the product of m and n is equal to 1, we came to a conclusion that m plus n in this question is 8. Or in other words, m plus 1 by m is equal to 8. Now, it's very simple from here onwards, sir. What is that we are interested in finding? They are asking you to find this value. Let us find it. So, first thing is, it is m square. I will write it as it is. Plus, last term is n square. N square can be written as 1 by m square. Plus, middle term is mn. Mn value we know it as 1. Write down 1. Denominator is m square plus last term is n square. N square is nothing but 1 by m square. Middle term is minus mn, which is minus 1. We know the value of m square plus we know the value of m plus 1 by n. 1 by m, sorry. M plus 1 by m is known as 8. M square plus 1 by m square is very simply easily can be written as 8 square minus 2. That means it is 64 minus 2, 62. So numerator is 62 plus 1. Denominator is 62 minus 1. Answer for this question is 63 divided by 61, which is nothing but option A, right? Which is nothing but option A. But having said that, once again I am saying it to you people, you are actually killing a lot of time if you are applying this particular method. Sir, what is method 2 then? Method 2 is also similar to this one only, sir, but only thing is you actually don't need to waste your time in finding this m plus 1 by m value and then later finding m square plus 1 by m square value. These are all wastage of time. It's very simple. What is the question? Question is this one, and we have reduced that to this particular format: m square plus 1 by m square plus 1, m square plus 1 by m square minus 1. That means we definitely know that m square plus 1 by m square will be of the form k square minus 2, and then there is something called as plus 1 in the question itself. I will write down that plus 1 as it is. That means my numerator should be of the form k square minus 1. My numerator should be of the form perfect square minus 1. If you observe the answer options, there is only one option where the numerator is of the form perfect square minus 1. That is nothing but first option where the numerator is 63. Second option 67 is, it is 64 plus 3, not possible. 64 plus 1, not possible. 64 plus 5, not possible. You are done with the answer already. You actually don't need to find m plus 1 by m. You actually don't even need to find m square plus 1 by m square value also, and substitute and simplify like the way you did it in method 1. That is the reason I am repeatedly saying you switch on to beautiful method of method 2, because we always know that m square plus 1 by m square will definitely be of the form k square minus 2. Not only m square plus 1 by m square value, m power 4 plus 1 by m power 4 also will be k square minus 2. M power 8 plus 1 by m power 8 also will be of the form k square minus 2, and we know that property, so it becomes very easy to solve it by using this particular method of method 2. Now you might get a doubt, sir, you only did with numerator, what if denominator also needs to be taken care of? Yes sir, you can do it. See here, denominator is m square plus 1 by m square, that is of the form k square minus 2, and minus 1 is there in the question itself. So numerator should be of the form k square minus 1, denominator should be of the form k square minus 3. If you observe, numerator is k square minus 1, denominator 61 is nothing but k square minus 3, and this is the only option which is satisfying both the conditions. 65 is k square plus 1, not k square minus 3. 63 is not k square minus 3. 67 is also not k square minus 3. You are left with only one option which is satisfying the condition. What if another option is there? I have told you multiple times. Switch on to method 1 in this case. I hope the idea is very clear, sir, and I am telling you people, this kind of questions is one of the favorite questions of SSC CGL examination papers, and this kind of questions can be solved so fast, at least having listened to the first 30 questions till now. Very good question. Question number 31. Listen carefully, sir. Question number 31. Now, directly looking into the question, what should strike you is, they are giving that Q is nothing but reciprocal of P. That means product of Q and P is equal to 1. That means, can I say that this PQ value is 1, right? PQ value is 1. Now, because the product of P and Q is 1, I can also say that this I can reduce it like this. This I can reduce it as, first term is 3p square, last term is 3q square. If I take 3 common factor, it becomes p square plus q square, but q square is 1 by p square. That means what I am actually finding in this question is p square plus 1 by p square minus 5 into 1. This is what they are asking you in the question. Sir, should I definitely solve method 1 for you people? I don't think so that I should solve method 1, but anyway, if you observe carefully, p square plus 1 by p square should be of the form, it is k square minus 2, right? It should be of the form k square minus 2. Anyway, let me find it out, sir. Let me find it out for you people. First of all, for me to get the value of p square plus 1 by p square, I need to find p plus 1 by p value. I only have p value. 1 by p means I should take the reciprocal and add it. Instead of that, we know a shortcut. It is 2 times of, remove the square roots, write down just as 13 and 11, write it just as 13 and 11 in both numerator and denominator. In the numerator, add them, in the denominator, subtract them. 13 minus 11 is 2, cancel with this 2, 13 plus 11 is 24. That means we know that p plus 1 by p is 24. So this particular entire expression can be now written as, it is 3 times of, because p plus 1 by p is 24, p square plus 1 by p square is 24 square minus 2, right? 24 square minus 2 and minus 5, I will write it as it is. Now if you further simplify, 24 square is 576, minus 2 is 574, so this will become 3 times of 574 minus 5. 3 times of 574 minus 5. I don't want you people to waste your time in simplifying 3 times of 574 and then subtracting it from 5. Very simple, sir. Work with unit digit. This is nothing but 3 into 4. It is 12. That means the unit digit of this particular number will end with 2 minus 5. Whenever a number ending with 2 is subtracted from 5, the unit digit in the answer should be 7. That means third option 1771 can definitely not be the right answer. Fourth option 1171 can also not be the right answer. Either first option should be correct or second option should be correct. Now because why first and second option should be correct? Both of them are ending with 7. Now how to identify which is the right answer? Again, a small thinking will make you very easy in solving the examination questions. Assume this as 500. Forget about 574. Assume this as 500. 3 into 500 is 1500. 1500 minus 5 is 1495. That means definitely answer should be greater than 1400. Second option is 1177. It is not even greater than 1200. How can that be the right answer? Answer should be 1717. Very simple, sir. This is some of the common sense. This is the common sense what you need to apply in the examination to get the answer faster. Simple. Now see here, sir. Again and again I am repeating this particular statement, which is not a new thing what we are learning right now, but because you might get little confused in the next question, seeing the numerical values, I am telling it once again. Now can I say that if at all a plus 1 by a is equal to k, if a plus 1 by a is equal to k, then I can conclude that a square plus 1 by a square will be equal to how much? K square minus 2. That means, can I say like this, sir? Can I say that whatever I have here, if the same thing is there in the denominator also, that means if it is the reciprocal and if it is added, it is giving you some constant k, and if it is a square and its reciprocal 1 by a square added, then it will be k square minus 2. See the next question, sir. Looking into the question, you might think that it's a very tricky question, but the most easiest question is nothing but this question. Now see here. Now observe carefully, sir. What is that they are giving you? A power 5 by 6 plus 1 by a power 5 by 6 plus 4 is equal to 0. Then a power 5 by 6 plus 4 whole square plus 1 by a power 5 by 6 plus 4 whole square is how much? This is what they are asking you in the question. Now first thing is a very simple analogy. Very simple analogy says that this I can consider whatever is inside the bracket as x. This also will be the same x. That means the question says what is x square plus 1 by x square, right? X square plus 1 by x square is what they are asking. Now if at all I want to find x square plus 1 by x square, I should know x plus 1 by x value. If I know x plus 1 by x value, x square plus 1 by x square is just k square minus 2 format, right? It is not at all a difficult task. That means if I know a power 5 by 6 plus 4, if I know a power 5 by 6 plus 4 plus 1 by a power 5 by 6 plus 4 value, if I know this particular value, then finding this particular question is not at all a difficult task. But in the question, if you observe properly, they are asking you, they are giving you a power 5 by 6. Yes, beautiful. This term is given, but this 4 is not added in the question. This 4 is not added. Similarly, denominator, this entire term is exactly the same what is given in the question also. That means only missing term according to our requirement is On the left hand side I should add 4. Just add it now. Why are you worrying? Because my requirement should match like this. On the left hand side I will add 4. I will also add 4 on the right hand side also. 0 plus 4 is 4. That means now my question is exactly similar to this, where k value in my question is given as 0 plus 4, which is equal to 4. Now because I know this particular value, I can easily find the square of those things, the sum of squares of those things with their reciprocates. That means the answer will be k square minus 2. It is 4 square minus 2. Answer is 16 minus 2. Answer for this question should be 14. I hope it is very clear, sir. Do not get disturbed or do not have that fear just looking into some beautiful numbers which they give in the question as 5 by 6 in the power, all those things. Don't get carried away by those kind of numbers what they give. Just try to analyze in the same way what we have did in the past. It's a very easy question. Now instead of doing all these things, you already know that method 2 is even more simpler compared to method 1, because it is just 1 second answer that will give you. That means question is of the form, whatever the question which they are asking, it is of the form x square plus 1 by x square. So answer should be of the form k square minus 2. There is only one option which is of the form k square minus 2, and that is nothing but 14. 10 is nothing but 9 plus 1, k square plus 1. 13 is nothing but 9 plus 4, k square plus 4, or it is 16 minus 3, k square minus 3. 12 is nothing but k square plus 3, 9 plus 3, or it is nothing but 16 minus 4. The only option which is satisfying is 14. You don't even have to struggle doing all these extra intermediate steps and get confused. But anyway, having said that, it is always advisable to know the method 1 also, if in case the method 2 will not strike it to you in the examination. I hope this question is very clear, sir. Now see here, next varieties of questions, but this variety whatever I am solving right now, it will automatically be reduced to the variety what we have discussed already till now. But having said that, let me teach you what I am telling you right now in this particular screen. Now see here, let us understand these key points before moving on to problems. Suppose we already know that if I know the value of x plus 1 by x as k, if I know the value of x plus 1 by x as k, now instead of taking it as k, let me take some value for k, let me assume it as 10, right? That means I will not take it as k. For my explanation purpose, for your better understanding, let me take it as 10. Now this x plus 1 by x is equal to 10 can also be written after taking the LCM as x LCM x square plus 1 is equal to 10. This is another way of writing the above expression. Or this can also be written as x square plus 1 is equal to 10x. This is also very much true. Or this can also be written as x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means, can I say that this particular thing, whatever I wrote it at the end, whatever I am putting in a box right now, this is nothing but a quadratic equation, right? This is nothing but a quadratic equation because the degree of this equation is 2. That means, in simple language, can I say that any quadratic equation can be reduced to this particular form as x plus 1 by x is equal to 10, because from x plus 1 by x equal to 10 only we derive this quadratic equation. Reverse way also we can travel it. Any quadratic equation can be reduced to the form of x plus 1 by x is equal to 10. That means, suppose for example, observe carefully, let me write the same quadratic equation once again. The quadratic equation what I got is x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now if you observe carefully here, the coefficient of x square is 1. Listen to this carefully, sir. I'll take multiple examples before I move on to the questions. The coefficient of x square is 1, and here for the constant I have plus sign. If I have plus sign for the constant, you should also put plus sign between x and 1 by x. Again I am repeating, if the constant is having plus sign, you should also put plus sign between x and 1 by x. Similarly, if the constant is having minus sign, you should also put x minus 1 by x. Simple. Let us come to minus sign later. Now see here, x plus 1 by x is equal to, now whatever the magnitude you have here with sign, whatever the value you have along with the sign, which is nothing but minus 10, shift it to the right side, it becomes plus 10. That means very easily I can write it. See, 2 to 3 things you should remember here, sir. First thing is coefficient of x square is 1. That is the first thing. Second thing is constant is having plus sign, you also put plus sign between x and 1 by x, equals, write it. Third thing is you have minus 10 in between, shift it to the right hand side, it becomes plus 10. That means this particular quadratic equation can be reduced to this particular form within seconds. Within seconds. I don't want you to waste your time in the examination hall reducing all those things. Within seconds you should be able to do it. One more example, let me take it. Suppose if my equation is x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Tell me, sir, what should be the value? Because it is plus here, I should also write plus between x and 1 by x. Coefficient of x square is 1. Beautiful, no problem. This minus 4 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 4. You should not even take this much of time like the way I took it to explain. You should immediately within a second write it. Tell me, sir, tell me, I'm more interested in making you people understand and learn. Now, suppose if the equation is x square plus 19x plus 1 is equal to 0. Very simple. It is x plus 1 by x. Why it is plus here? Because the constant is having plus. Simple. This plus 19 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes minus 19. Within seconds, I want you people to learn all these things and solve it in the examination hall. Now, one more simple equation. I am sure that you are understanding the difference between each and every equation. X square minus 7x minus 1 equal to 0. How can I write it, sir? Because it is minus present for constant, my value will be x minus 1 by x, and the coefficient of x square is 1, so no headache for me. This minus 7 which is there on the left hand side, shift it to the right hand side, it becomes plus 7. Very simple. Why do you want to worry so much? Suppose one last explanation or one last example in this particular case. Tell me, sir, suppose if my equation is x square plus 43x minus 1 is equal to 0. This can be simplified as x minus 1 by x is plus 43 on the left hand side becomes minus 43 on the right hand side. So it is x minus 1 by x is minus 43. Now this is one of the ways of quadratic equations, and that quadratic equation we are reducing either to the form of x plus 1 by x or x minus 1 by x. This first form of quadratic equation, if you observe carefully, all these things will have coefficient of x square as 1. Everywhere the coefficient of x square is 1. But the next thing what you might get a doubt is, what if the coefficient of x square is not equal to 1? If it is not equal to 1, make it as 1, sir. Why are you bothering too much? Now see here, what am I saying you is, suppose if the coefficient of x square is something like 6. 6x square minus 13x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation where the coefficient of x square is not 1, but it is other than 1. In this example, it is 6. Now, only one question I will show it to you. I don't want the coefficient of x square to be 6. I want the coefficient of x square to be 1. So, may divide by 6 both sides. 6x square by 6 is x square. 13x by 6 is 13 by 6 x plus 6 by 6 is 1 equal to 0. Now you already know how to solve this. This can be simplified as x plus 1 by x. Why am I writing x plus 1 by x here? Because the constant is having plus, and this minus 13 by 6 shifted to the right hand side. It becomes plus 13 by 6. This is the only difference, because 6 is there as the constant of x square or the coefficient of x square. That should come in the denominator. That's the only thing that you need to implement here. The rest all thing absolutely remains the same. Let me take few more examples for your better understanding. I want you people to learn. These are all, this quadratic equation should be converted to this particular form within seconds in your examination, and thereby you can solve the problem very fast. I don't want you people to keep on struggling in the examination hall. Suppose, tell me here, sir, 5x square plus 9x plus 5 equal to 0. I will not write all these things in my examination hall and waste my time. The constant is having plus, so question is x plus 1 by x. Very simple. The constant, the middle term is plus 9. Shift it to the right hand side, it becomes minus 9. But because the coefficient of x square is 5, shift it to the right hand side, it becomes the denominator 5. Simple. Very simple way of solving. Tell me, sir, tell me, I am more interested in making you people solve it. 8x square. When you are seeing the screen, you should tell it to yourself what will be the value, because it is minus 8. So it can be reduced to x minus 1 by x. So 17 shifted to right hand side, minus 17. 8 shifted to right hand side, divided by 8, minus 17 by 8. One last explanation. Suppose, tell me, sir, I am actually wanted you to tell this. 9x square minus 25x minus 9 is equal to 0. Tell me. So this is x minus 1 by x format. So this will be minus 25 comes to the right hand side, plus 25. 9 comes to the right hand side, divided by 9. X minus 1 by x is 25 by 9. This is how fast I want you people. This is exactly how fast I want you people to solve this and reduce it any quadratic equation to either x plus 1 by x format or x minus 1 by x format. Now, first of all, a very basic doubt you might get is, why are you discussing all these things? Why am I discussing all these things? Because the next question, whatever I am solving, will be of the form of quadratic equation. But you will think that it's a very difficult question, but it is one of the most easiest question that you can get. See here, sir, again I am saying, don't just get what do you say, like fears just seeing the numbers in the question. The question says it is 7p 7 power 4 7 by 4 sorry 7p power 7 by 4 minus 8 into p power 7 by 8 plus 7 is equal to 0. In the question they are asking you p power 7 by 4 plus 1 by p power 7 by 4 value is how much? P power 7 by 4 plus 1 by p power 7 by 4 value is how much? Now see here, sir. First important point is, I can write, I am just showing this for my explanation, but you actually don't need to write it. This can be written as 7 into 7 p power 7 by 8 whole power 2, right? This is nothing but 2 into 7 by 8, which is 7 by 4 itself, what is given. So minus 8 into p power 7 by 8 plus 7 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Why this is a quadratic equation? Because if I put 7 p power 7 by 8 as some variable y, for example, it is 7y square minus 8y plus 7 equal to 0. So I want to reduce it as y plus 1 by y, or 7 p power 7 by 8 plus 1 by p power 7 by 8. 1 by p power 7 by 8. How much it will become? This minus 8 will shift to the right hand side, it becomes plus 8, and this 7, which is the coefficient of power 2 degree 2, will come to the denominator. Now I know the value of p power 7 by 8, but I want to get the value of p power 7 by 4 plus 1 by p power 7 by 4. It's very simple, right, sir? It is very simple. This is something like x plus 1 by x. This is something like x square plus 1 by x square. So answer is k square minus 2. k square minus 2 is 8 by 7 whole square minus 2, which is 64 by 49 by 64 by 49 minus 2. Answer for this question is minus 34 by 49, which is nothing but option B. I hope the idea is clear. I hope you are understanding, sir. This is nothing but y. Y plus 1 by y value is k. Y square plus 1 by y square. So y square is nothing but p power 7 by 8 whole square, which is nothing but p power 7 by 4 itself. I hope you are not getting confused, right? Again and again I am saying, just because they give some awkward powers in the question does not mean that it's a difficult question. Just looking into the question, don't have that fear, oh my god, what is this here, so much of complexity is there in this question. It is not a complex thing. You should know how to make it as the simple thing. That's the thing which is lacking in you right now probably, and probably work on it more, and you will definitely make sure that in the examination hall you will be the most fastest person to solve these varieties of problem in the most easiest way possible. Next question. Before solving the next question, again I want to teach you few more extra things before moving on to moving on to problem solving. Now see here, sir, we already know that if I have a quadratic equation something like x square minus 15x plus 1 is equal to 0, I can reduce it to x plus 1 by x format. How much will be x plus 1 by x? Coefficient of x square is 1. This minus 15 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 15. Now it is very easy. It is very easy if the question is given in terms of quadratic equation directly like this. If it is given in this format of quadratic equation, it is very easy to convert to this particular format. But let me actually do some manipulations in the same equations. X square minus 15x, that minus 15x I will write it as minus 7x minus 8x. That minus 8x I will shift it to the right side, and plus 1 I will write it as it is. Why did you do all these things? Some manipulations I am doing. There is no rule that 15x should be written as 7x plus 8x itself. You can write 15x as 5x plus 10x also, right? I am just writing like this. Anything, just an example I am saying, sir, before coming on to problems. Now if I take the reciprocals on both sides, x square minus 7x plus 1 reciprocal will be 1 by x square minus 7x plus 1. This also it will be written as 1 by 8x, right? 1 by 8x. Now further I will simplify this x on the right hand side, I will shift it to the numerator on the left hand side. That x will come there, and this 8 can be written as 2 into 4. In that 2 into 4, let me shift the 2 to the left hand side. So remaining thing which is there on the right hand side is 4, right? It is 4. So x square minus 7x plus 1. That means instead of directly giving you a quadratic equation like this in your question, the question can also be given in this particular format also. I hope you are understanding, sir. This can also be the question like this also. In this particular format also they can give you the question, and if it is given in this particular format, you will think that finding out x plus 1 by x, it is slightly little difficult compared to finding when it is given in terms of quadratic equation. Yes, it is a little difficult to find x plus 1 by x, but until you understand how to find it. But once you understand it, it is once again a second problem, sir. Second problem. Now see here, first thing that you need to observe is coefficient of x square is 1. Now whatever I have done here, the reverse way I should go like this and create a quadratic equation. But you should not write all the reverse ways of finding it in the examination hall and waste your time. You should be so strong in calculating it from your mind itself. That means 2x multiplied by 4 is 8x. 8x will be there on the denominator on the left hand side. Numerator will become 1 here. So that means it will reduce to this format. Next, this 8x, if I shift it to the left hand side, it becomes minus 8x. Minus 7x is already there. It becomes minus 15x. That means it becomes this particular quadratic equation. That means whatever I said you right now, everything should be calculated in your mind itself. And once you create this quadratic equation, x plus 1 by x is never a difficulty because coefficient is 1. Even if the coefficient of x square is not 1 also, you can just say very fast how to find x plus 1 by x value. Now let me take another example, sir. Nothing to worry. Let me take another example. 6x square minus 28x plus 6 is equal to 0. If it is directly given like this, I know how to find x plus 1 by x very easily. 28 minus 28x minus 28 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 28. Because the coefficient of x square is 6, shifted to the right hand side, it becomes 28 by 6. But instead of giving you the quadratic equation directly like this, suppose if they are giving like 6x square minus 13x plus 6 is equal to 15x. Now again reverse it. 1 by 6x square. I am doing all these things. They will not do all these things in the question. Directly they will give the question in some difficult format. This 1 by 15x, I will write it as 3 into 5x for example. 3 into 5x. This 5x shifted to the numerator of the left hand side. 5x divided by 6x square minus 13x plus 6 is equal to 1 by 3. That means instead of directly giving you the quadratic equation like this, assume that they are giving you like this in the question. Now you think that x plus 1 by x finding is very difficult, but actually it is no. You should actually traverse in the reverse direction right now to get this equation, but don't write all these steps in the examination and waste your time. Calculate in your mind. 5x into 3 is 15x. 15x shifted, it is minus 28x. So that means minus 28 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 28. And because the constant is having plus, it is x plus 1 by x. Because the coefficient of x square is 6, it is 6 in the denominator. Very easy to find it, sir. I hope I am making sense for each and every student listening to this class. Why did I discuss these points right now? Because my next question demands you to learn like that. Now see here, they are not directly giving you the quadratic equation, but they are giving you in this particular format. But you should be so fast in analyzing. 2p into 3 is 6p. Shift this 6p to the right and left hand side. Minus 7p minus 6p is minus 13p. That means because the constant is plus, I will be finding p plus 1 by p. Minus 13 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 13. Coefficient of p square is 5. Shifted to the right hand side, it becomes by 5. It is very simple, sir. I am damn sure that it is very easy for you right now. If I know p plus 1 by p value, p square plus 1 by p square is 13 by 5 whole square minus 1. 169, sorry, minus 2. 169 by 25 minus 2. 169 by 25 minus 2 is 119 by 25. It's a very easy question. Trust me, take my words, you can solve it within 5 to 10 seconds. If you know how to directly solve it in your mind itself and create a quadratic equation and express it in the form of p plus 1 by p is equal to 13 by 5. Just for you to understand this particular steps in the most easiest way, I have explained you this screen and the previous screen. I hope you are understanding why did I take all these things. Let me not make you confused, sir. Let me take another question for your better understanding, which is of probably similar sort. Now see here, slight difference, but it's not a difficult question. Now see here, what you need to find in this question is p square plus 16 by p square. That means I can write it as p square plus 4 by p whole square, right? P square plus 4 by p whole square is what I need to find in this question. Now see here, sir, this is directly not given in terms of quadratic equation, but mind calculation should be done right now. 4p into 4 is 16p. Shift the 16p to the right hand side, left hand side, it is minus 16p minus 4p minus 20p. That means, can I say that the equation becomes p square minus 20p plus 4 is equal to 0, right? Plus 4 is equal to 0. Now think logically. In all my equations what I wrote, quadratic equations, if you want I will show it to you, sir. I will show it to you if you want to. In all the quadratic equations what I gave you and explained, whenever the coefficient of x square is 1, my constant also I took it as 1, right? I took the constant also as 1. What if the constant is different? If you observe, coefficient of x square is 1, constant is also 1. Coefficient of x square is 1, constant is also 1. Here also constant is 1, here also constant is 1, here also constant is 1. What if the constant is not 1? That is the kind of equation what we got just now in this particular question. Observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully. Coefficient of x square, let me go to the screen. Coefficient of p square is 1 right now, but the constant is not 1 right now. But having said that, can I say that it is of the form p plus 1 by p itself, because it is plus. Why it is plus here? Because the constant is having plus. Very simple. Constant is having plus. Now this minus 20 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes plus 20. But the only difference here is, earlier this constant was 1. Because this constant was 1, I was also multiplying this 1 by p with 1. 1 by p into 1 is 1 by p itself. But here in this question the constant is 4. So that means I should multiply this 1 by p with 4. 1 by p into 4 is, it is 4 by p. That's the only difference. That means I know the value of p plus 4 by p as 20. That means p square plus 4 by p whole square, it is nothing but 20 square minus 2. Answer for this question is 400 minus 2, which is 398. But many people will make this mistake and try to search for an answer option as 398. Because 398 is not there in the option, you will suddenly get a doubt, you might have done a calculation mistake. Or if there is an option called as 398, you will mark it and move ahead. But I have taught you another thing. It is nothing but k square minus 2 into a into b, where a is coefficient of p. Coefficient of p is nothing but 1, multiply by 1. And b is coefficient of 1 by p. In this question the coefficient of 1 by p is 4. Don't ever forget to multiply by a into b, sir. If you forget, you are gone. Why did we not multiply earlier? Because coefficient of p earlier was 1 in my previous questions. Coefficient of 1 by p also was 1. Multiplying by 1 will not make any difference. So we were not multiplying. But in this question you should be very, very careful. 1 by p coefficient is not 1. It is nothing but 4. Answer is 400 minus 8. It is 392. Beautiful way of understanding the question, sir. This is exactly how you need to solve the questions, so that you will solve the questions in the most easiest way possible, and you will make it probably very fast in your examination hall. I hope the idea is very question in this particular question of question number 35. Next, question number 36. Question number 36. Observe carefully, sir. Beautiful question once again. This question is one of the very, very good questions of SSC examination. Now see here, why this question is one of the beautiful question is, the numerator also is a quadratic equation, denominator also is a quadratic equation. Earlier either the numerator was quadratic or the denominator was quadratic. One of them was quadratic. Only one quadratic equation was given in few problems before what we solved. But in this question both numerator and denominators are quadratic equations. Now see here, sir, one of the way of solving it. First of all, what do I require? I require a square plus 1 by a square value. For me to get a square plus 1 by a square value, I need to have a plus 1 by a value. If I know a plus 1 by a as some constant, a square plus 1 by a square is not at all a difficult task. It is k square minus 2, and in the last part I need to find the square root of it. It is never a difficulty, sir. But first of all, how to find a plus 1 by a. Now, one of the way of solving method 1, I will not solve method 1, but I will give you a hint. Method 1 is, I want a power 1 plus 1 by a power 1, but I have a square. Numerator divide by a, denominator also divide by a. That is one of the method of solving. Right, that is one of the method of solving. I will not use that method. I will move on to my other method, which will make your problem solving little easier. Now observe carefully, sir. 12a square minus 27 plus 28. Let me write this plus 28 after some time, divided by 4a square minus 9a plus 9, right, plus 9. Now, why did I not write this 28? There is a reason. I will write it, sir, nothing to worry, right? Hold on, just keep on listening to it. I will use a different methodology to solve this in the most easiest way possible. What is that methodology is, if you observe, 12a square is the denominator, 4a square is the denominator, 12a square is the numerator. 4a square, if I multiply by 3, it becomes 12a square. 9a, if I multiply by 3, it becomes 27a. 9, if I multiply by 3, it should become 27, right? It should become 27, but the question says it should be 28. Another one, I will add it as it is. That is the reason I did not write it earlier. I hope you are understanding. Right hand side 3.2, I will write it as it is, or I will convert 3.2 into fraction as 16 divided by 5, right? Or it is 32 divided by 10. 3.2 is 32 by 5, 32 by 10. 32 by 10 is nothing but 16 by 5. Now, if I do it like this, the best thing if I do it like this is, if you observe carefully, this entire thing is nothing but 3. Getting the point right, sir? This entire thing is nothing but 3. That means this numerator 12a square minus 27a plus 27, if I take 3 common factor, it becomes 3 into 4a square minus 9a plus 9. So that will cancel with this denominator. Only thing you are left with is 3 plus this entire thing. I will write it as it is. That means 1 divided by 4a square minus 9a plus 9. Right hand side is 16 by 5. 16 by 5 is the right hand side. This plus 3 also I will shift it to the right hand side. It becomes minus 3. So that on the left hand side, let me cancel it instead of wasting time by writing again and again. So right hand side eventually becomes 1 by 5. 16 by 5 minus 3 is 1 by 5. That means, can I say that what I have right now is 1 by this equation is equal to 1 by 5. If I take the reciprocal, this becomes 4a square minus 9a plus 9 is equal to 5. That 5 shifted to the left hand side. 9 minus 5 is 4 equal to 0. That means I ended up with a beautiful quadratic equation, 4a square minus 9a plus 4 equal to 0. From here I know how to get a plus 1 by a value within second. Minus 9 shifted to the right hand side, 4 also shifted to the right hand side. I know a plus 1 by a as 9 by 4. So a square plus 1 by a square will be 9 by 4 whole square minus 2. 9 by 4 whole square is 81 by 16 minus 2, which is nothing but 49 by 16. So a square plus 1 by a square is 49 by 16. But the question is asking you not to just find a square plus 1 by a square. They are asking you to find square root of a square plus 1 by a square. This entire thing they want it in square root. Square root of 49 is 7, square root of 16 is 4. Answer for this beautiful question is 7 by 4. If you personally ask me, You should not write these steps in the examination. Looking into the question itself, you should make sure that this value is 3 and the remaining is these things, and this is 16 by 5 minus 3, and you should directly try to get this equation. These are all fast calculation, these are all mental calculations. Mental calculations means everything should be mentally done, everything should be calculated in your mind itself. You should never put your pen on the paper to write all these things in the exam and waste your time, sir. You should have practiced so much that this should strike in your mind so fast, and you should get this equation directly. From there you know how to solve it very easily, sir. Once you get the quadratic equation, getting the answer is never a difficulty. That means whether they give two equations, two quadratic equations, or whether they give, like the previous questions, only one quadratic equations like this, it really does not make any difference, because we know how beautifully we can get a quadratic equation mentally calculating it, and we also know how to get a plus 1 by a or a minus 1 by a from that. And the moment we get a plus 1 by a or a minus 1 by a, we also know that it is not at all a difficult task to find a square plus 1 by a square value. I hope I am making sense for each and every student who is listening to this class, sir. I hope it is very, very clear for you people. Next, question number 37. Question number 37. Very, very beautiful question. Extremely beautiful question. Listen to this carefully. This is one of the favorite patterns once again for your SSC exam. Now, question says 5p plus 1 by 3p is equal to 5. The whatever they are asking you is 9p square, which I can write it as 3p whole square, plus 1 by 25p square, which I can write it as 1 by 5p whole square. This value they are asking. Now think little logically, sir. Little common sense will give you the answer so fast. Now this is something like x square plus 1 by y square or something like this, right? 1 by y square or whatever it is. That means, can I say that if I want to get 3p square plus 1 by 5p whole square value, I will what do you say, like this value can be easily got if I have the value of 3p plus 1 by 5p. That means if I know the value of 3p plus 1 by 5p as some constant k, 3p square plus 1 by 5p square is just equal to k square minus 2 into a into b, where a is the coefficient of p and b is the coefficient of 1 by p. I hope you are getting the value, sir. I hope you are getting the logic. That means I need to have 3p plus 1 by 5p value first of all. The moment I have 3p plus 1 by 5p value, finding the answer for the given question is never a difficulty. But if you observe the question, what I actually require is 3p in the numerator, 5p in the denominator. But the question is quite dead opposite. 5p in the numerator is what they have, 3p in the denominator is what they have. It is quite opposite. This denominator 3p should become as numerator 3p according to my requirement. This denominator 5p what I actually require is actually present in the numerator, which should come to the denominator. How will I continue further? Now I will be little smart. Think logically, sir. 5 and 3 are the two numbers. This 5 should become 3. If I want that 5 should become 3, I will multiply that by 3. Simple. Let us analyze like this. If I want that 5 should become 3, I will multiply that by 3. Okay, let me write the entire thing on the left hand side initially. 5p plus 1 by 3p I have right now. If I want this 5 to become 3, I will multiply by 3. 5 into 3 it becomes. But I don't want that 5 to be present. I want that 5 to be cancelled. Divide it by 5. Simple. This is how you should think. If you observe right now, 3 by 5 into 5. it is nothing but 5 cancels, you are left only with 3. It becomes 3p in the numerator, and that is my requirement. Similarly, the second term, 3 by 5 into 1 by 3p. 3 and 3 cancels. This 5p will be there in the denominator. That is also my requirement. Right hand side also multiply by 3 by 5. 3 by 5 into 5. It becomes 3. That means now I have reduced it to a form something like 3p plus 1 by 5p is equal to 3. Now it is never a difficulty for me to find 3p whole square plus 1 by 5p whole square. Answer for this question is k square minus 2. 3 square minus 2, but it is not 9 minus 2 7, because I should multiply by the coefficient of p. Coefficient of p is nothing but 3, and I should also multiply by coefficient of 1 by p. Coefficient of 1 by p is nothing but 1 by 5. So final answer for this question is 9 minus 6 by 5. It is 45 minus 6. 39 by 5 should be the answer for this question, but this will be solved very easily if you try to analyze in the way I taught you exactly right now. I hope you are understanding it, sir. I hope you are understanding it very, very clearly, just to make your learning much more effective. See the next question, which is almost similar to the 37th question. See this 38th question, almost similar. 16k square plus 1 by 16k square I require. That means it is nothing but 4k whole square plus 1 by 4k whole square. This is what they are asking you to find. Now see here, sir, given question says 8k minus 1 by 2k. It is nothing but 6. But I don't want 8k. I want 4k according to my requirement. This is how you need to analyze. 8k should become 4k. That means I can say that I will take 2 common factor, or in other language I will divide by 2. Anything is same. 2 common factor means 2 into 4k by minus 1 divided by, if I take 2 common factor, this also will become 4k here, because 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2. Right hand side is 6. 2 into 1, 2 into 3. Now it is almost done, sir. It is very, very simple right now. 4k minus 1 by 4k value, I know it as 3. 4k whole square plus 1 by 4k whole square is nothing but k square minus 2. Sorry, k square plus 2, because it is minus here. It should be k square plus 2. 3 square plus 2, and if you really want to multiply by the coefficients of a and b, a coefficient is 4, okay, multiply, b coefficient is 1 by 4, so anyway 4 into 1 by 4 will cancel out. Final answer is 9 plus 2. Answer for this question is 11. I am telling you repeatedly, sir, these all questions are dead easy, provided you make it dead easy by practicing it many times. If you do not practice, take my words, it is of no use entering the examination hall. Just quit your dream and start dreaming for some other things, if you really don't have time to practice all these things. But I am very, very clearly saying, you people, you can make it. You can achieve your dream provided you practice so many times. My only sincere request, practice. And I believe that the first 38 beautiful, extraordinary, different varieties of questions what we have solved till now is very clear for every student who is listening to this particular session.